Hello and welcome. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the strange tactic that has been used in Ukraine recently of hit and climb. Hit and climb is, well, it was devised during the Soviet period and is a Soviet doctrine, and is quite famous in Russian military, in text documents, things like that. Basically devised for trying to attack an enemy area with unguided munitions without getting hit by any heavy air defense network systems that may be around said target, which is what this is all about. Basically heading to within a certain set parameter, climbing to 20 degrees nose high, and then letting rip with the salvo of unguided munitions, and then getting the hell out of there as quickly as you can, with countermeasures going, without trying to get shot down. So that's it in a nutshell, basically. Get in, pop up, 20 degrees nose high, fire salvo, get out, and go home. So it's never been physically seen before. It's theoretical, it's in text documents, like I said. This conflict in the Ukraine is the first time I've actually physically been able to see it in use. And I'm going to play you this video, which, if not most of you have seen, and it was at the early stages of the conflict. So let's unpause it. As you can see, KA-52 Hokum B comes in, 20 degrees nose high, fires his salvo, countermeasures out, get down as quickly as you can, get out, and then we'll have next will be the Mi-28 Havoc, and here he comes now. Go, get down as quickly as you can, get out of there. So it's a smart tactic, I suppose, but you're using unguided munitions. They're not very powerful, dispersed over a wide area from a long distance. You're mainly just going to cause minor disruptions, if anything. So I think you know where I'm going with this. So let's jump into DCS. So I've set up my own little air defense system on a Napavich's Evo. I've got a couple of man pads here, which are being used out in Ukraine at the moment, and the OSA, the SA-8. I've got a couple of those as well, which are the short-range infrared SAM systems, air defense systems that are on mobile launchers. So yeah, I'm using those on the air to defend the airfield against my attacks. And further up here, I have KA-50. And that is armed with if we come down to the rockets, it's the 80mm unguided rockets, just smoke. And the reason I'm using smoke is because I don't want to actually destroy anything. This is just an experiment to show my findings, and to do that I'd rather use smoke. It will show up a lot clearer than just a couple of explosions. And I've also set up the Flaming Cliffs SU-25 with the same thing. Down here we've got these are the 57mm unguided, sorry, the 8mm unguided rockets. Smoke again, as you can see, can carry quite a lot of them. So I'm expecting this to be cause a bit more theoretical damage than the KA-50. So yeah, the idea is for the KA-50 to get 10 kilometers out, 20 degrees nose up, salvo off and away before it gets shot down. SU-25 about 12 kilometers, 20 degrees nose up, salvo down again and away before it gets shot down. So that's pretty much explained as much as needed, so we can jump in the cockpits. Okay, so we're in the KA-50, heading towards a Napa. We are currently 20 kilometers out. I've got diamond on my heading tape just there to tell me which direction I need to head in. So I just need to flick on the master arm, get into the air to ground mode, and then fire the salvo. A lot of trees as cover. We have a hill in front of us. It's just when I get to the crest of that hill that I'm going to have an issue. The OSAs and the manpads will be searching for me, and as they are short range SAMs and are infrared seekers, I won't have any warning of any launches unless I see the smoke. So the idea, get as close as possible, as close to 10 kilometers as I can, fire my salvo with my hit and climb, with my 20 degrees nose up, and then get out there as quickly as I can without getting hit. So let's get into it and get set up. So I need master arm on. Okay. $16 kilometers. Start getting set up for the salvo release. I'm using smoke rockets just so that I can see the results of my workings. Don't particularly want to blow anything up. I don't really have many targets. I've got 2 OSAs and 2 manpads on the airfield, but I'm not really going for those as this tactic is so unprecise that it's not really worth having a target to go for. As you can see, the airfield is just popped up under my diamond on my heading tape, so now the idea is to stay as low as possible so I don't get hit by anything or even get tracked by anything. Okay, so must be getting close now. So 12 kilometers, get to air to ground mode. Kilometers. So once I get to these trees, I'm going to pitch up to 20 degrees and then release the salvo. Okay, so 20 degrees nose up, but a bit high there. Okay, release the flares, get down as quickly as I can. Okay, so we survived, apart from my terrible flying. Okay, so let's have a look and see what we've hit. Pause it, F11. Okay, as you can see, we've hit pretty much most of the airfield. That I wasn't expecting, to be honest. We even hit some of the, well, ever so slightly off the hangar area there. Not that we would have made much of a dent with these rockets anyway. Yeah, there you go. That was from 10 kilometers out, roughly between 20 degrees and 30 degrees nose up. I'm no helicopter pilot expert, so that was pretty good for my skill level. Managed to get the salvo off without being tracked or fired upon, which is mainly what this tactic is for, and off my merry way to rearm, and I hit the airfield. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply this tactic to the SU-25, so jump into that now. Okay, so I'm in the Flaming Cliffs SU-25. Bit more primitive in this one, as we don't have any HUD or anything to go by. So I'm having to go down here by the DME. We're about 27 kilometers out from Anapa, and instead of having a steering cue on what would be a HUD, I've got to keep an eye on my course needle here, which will point where I need to go. Now, I'll be releasing at around about 12 kilometers out, as we'll be traveling quite considerably faster than the KA-50, around about 500-600 kilometers an hour. So there's a couple of things I'm going to do once I get into pause and get into air to ground mode. I will do a left control and Victor, which will switch on to salvo. I don't want to be firing one rocket at a time, otherwise I'll be up in the air all day and I will get shot down. Another thing to remember is we are now in an aircraft with an RWR, so we will get we'll get some tracking information and also a notification on when we get fired upon. So there are some differences in here as well. So I'll stop talking now, as I've been told I talk way too much, and get into it. Don't have to worry about being too low at the moment, because we've still got that hill in front of us, giving us cover for line of sight. Kilometers. Slow it down slightly, don't want to be going too fast. So we should be able to see the airfield as we traverse the crest of this hill. And there it is, dead in front. So, climb now for 20 degrees. Count measures out. As quickly as I possibly can. Okay, and we've dodged that attack. I'm still being tracked, but once I get down I'll be okay. Hello there. Okay, so let's check out the airfield and see if we've hit anything. And there we go. We have hit more of the northern end of the airfield this time. Oh no, we're still dropping. Okay, so that was quite a big coverage there. It's still going. Wow. Okay, so yeah, we covered a lot of ground there in the SU-25. Probably cause a bit more damage than the KA-50. But yeah, still, it's a strange tactic. I mean, okay, it's clever in the way that it gets around the air defense systems, but it's kind of a waste of ammo, in the sense of if you're trying to cause serious disruption, you're not going to get much joy out of your results if you're not actually causing as much destruction as you would like. So yeah, so that's the hit and climb tactic that was being deployed in Ukraine at the start of conflict, but whether that's actually still being used now, I guess it will be as Ukraine are being supplied with more and more sophisticated air defense systems. So yeah, I just thought I'd give that a try and show you that it is possible. Be interesting to use that in a multiplayer server. In fact, I might actually do that at some point and make a video on it. But anyway, if you got this far, thank you for watching. Why don't you give it a go yourself? It's not too difficult. So yeah, have fun. As always, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.